Welcome back to Downstairs and Dragons, where we play D&D in our basement as per tradition. We're in the middle of a pretty serious boss fight that isn't quite over. So we have Dieter playing Kieran, Josh playing Ixildor, and Adler playing Phlebotomus. We left off with the dragon falling at Ixildor's feet with his turn. But at the end of his turn, it's Auror's turn. If you could be so kind, please.
Auror.
Or Bubbles.
Bubbles. I think he's just gonna go up and start wailing on the tree.
Okay.
It's like those mantis shrimp that have those supersonic punches.
Go ahead and do Kelkakila at the same time.
So before
Go
he
ahead and,
attacks,
roll your attacks and all your stuff.
Kelkakila is going to cast Enlarge,
Ooh.
Okay.
making you really big crayfish. All your attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage.
Excellent. I'm going to use another 2 key points. This time, it's going to be Flurry of Blows and Stunning Strike.
Okay, go ahead and you guys do your rolls. Oh, and she needed to emerge on her bonus action to cast that, but that means she can't re-hide herself.
Hold on, actually she's not going to do that because both are concentration. So, instead...
Oh, alright.
Sorry. But go ahead and start rolling,
You
Dieter.
keep going.
Dieter, go.
Okay, great. So
I
is that's Stunning Strike on all of the attacks? If I remember
You
correctly.
pay 1 key point for each attack.
Okay, so we'll do the Stunning Strike on the first one.
Okay. So you guys see this giant crayfish using flurry blows with the quarterstaff?
Just for claws, I think.
The claws deal 1d10 bludgeoning. The quarterstaff is...
It's what gives you the polearm mastery. So go ahead and just attack with the open hands.
Alright.
So snipping at branches that come down and at roots that are writhing beneath it.
13.
Where'd my phone go? I need it because it has the Glyphias tree. How did I lose my whole phone? Did I leave it upstairs? Okay, Dieter, are you using your phone?
I am not.
Give me.
Not at the
13
moment.
misses for now.
Okay. Second attack. That's better. That's going to be 24.
Hits.
D10 plus 2 bludgeoning. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then it has to make the save for the stunning strike.
Oh, yes.
You would only use
Oh,
it
the
if-
13
yeah.
hits, so go
Yeah.
ahead and do damage for both.
Okay, so the first attack is going to do 10 points of bludgeoning damage. It's going to make a saving throw. Stunning strike.
How much damage?
Failed con save.
10 damage. So it would be wisdom, 8 plus wisdom plus 3 first proc.
So that's going to be 10. I did not know that. Oh well. DC 10.
Succeeds.
Okay. Second attack. 9.
No, not able to penetrate through the bark.
Third attack. Oh, that's much better. 24.
Hits.
11 points of bludgeoning damage. Fourth attack. 15.
Hits.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Anything else?
That's going to be it for Bubbles.
The crayfish slashes at different branches, and you guys see bits and twigs flying everywhere, and is even able to break a few boughs. Next is Kelkakila.
I suppose she'll cast Sacred Flame from inside her.
Can she do
shell.
it without emerging?
Yeah, why not?
Does it require sight?
What are the components? Is
She
it?
can't see outside of her boulder.
No.
No.
I don't know if it requires sight.
Sorry.
The
So-
visual, yeah. That's required.
Okay, so nothing for that.
You have a move. What's she have for HP?
30. I think. Where the hell is it?
What's speed of 30?
I don't think her HP's on this.
Yeah, I don't have her HP.
No, it's on the dry erase board.
Oh, 38.
Why would it be?
I don't know.
Okay, so...
Phlebotomist, while you're off in the corner and while this is all going on, you hear a dark voice. Just kind of echoing. You can't tell where it's coming from.
Does that require concentration?
I see the things you build. I can give you anything to build more.
Oh, that doesn't
For
require
me.
concentration.
What's that do?
Who is this? Who am I talking to here?
And you hear a
Increases hit points
and it points you. You hear the breath point you to the altar
for 8 hours.
and to the statue. I'm gonna roll persuasion against your insight.
I think we just have
Insight.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
get her
do
up there
succeed
with us.
against
Yeah.
that.
and so...
Something is trying to
move and
convince
dash.
you to join it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
yeah, I
offering
could- I
you,
would
and we
move
can
her
do
to the
more
front
than
of the
6
tree,
words because
so
this is
yeah.
all in your mind. I
The
can
spirit
give you
guardian is
power.
just on place.
I can give you spells, magic components. Imagine what more you could build with living organs.
Explain why I would trust you. You powered that horrible dragon, I assume?
And it was able to live beyond its means. Think of what you could build that's normally out of the realm of science.
Would still be able to hit from that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 15 feet.
But I'd have to build things for you. Is that it?
You could build whatever you want.
I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit.
Sure. What's Kelkakila doing?
She emerged from her shell, moved around to there. I don't know. I guess it's just gonna go back in her shell.
She can't do that right now.
Why? She didn't use an action.
She used,
She just moved.
She used an action to dash.
Oh, did that take her dash?
To get that, it would.
Oh. Then yeah, she moved there. That's it.
Okay. It's the Gothias tree's turn.
And then it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
13.
Fails.
Yeah.
3 die 8.
And we'll take 16 points of radiant damage.
And she's currently emerged.
Yep.
16, you said?
Her AC is 15.
Branches fly all around her, slashing like crazy, and one of them seems to strike with a 16 to hit.
Yep.
It grabs around at her legs and tries to lift her upside down. First, we have to do the bludgeoning damage of it slamming into her. Ten points of bludgeoning damage as it slams into her. Instantly grappled as she's hung, almost being like she's holding onto her boulder, but she's also being hung upside down. You guys can see her suspended in front of you. The other branches are slashing at Bubbles. 14 to hit,
That misses.
and Bubbles is hitting them away with the quarterstaff, able to duck and dodge and roll away. That is it for the Gothias' turn. Kieran, it is your turn.
Alright. Party's not over, guys. Let's get in there.
And you, legendary action, you hear a breath behind your ear. And you see out of the corner of your eye standing the rogue-like elven figure that flashes in and flashes out. Continue your turn.
Fuck you. I'm gonna... This is gonna hurt. I'm going to run in and move and dash. I'm trying to get as about at the same... Yeah, right there.
You're up on that rock.
5, 10, 15. That'll do.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay.
No. 5 more feet. I need to get my bees in.
But the rock's in the way.
Yeah, I'll just drop down.
Okay. After Kieran.
Let's go, little missus. We'll do the double.
Ixeldor, you saw a figure appear behind Kieran for a second. And you see him run past, but the figure fades back in. And although it's cloaked and you can't make out a face, you know it's staring at you. It flickers out. It flickers in and it's right in front of you. And it touches your face. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's cocked. 18.
Okay. You're only going to take half damage. Ooh, that was really low. 2 points of radiant damage.
2 points.
Oh, necrotic. I'm sorry. 2 points of necrotic. It's
2 points.
corrupted.
Oh, is that already reduced?
I already reduced it in half.
Okay.
2 points of necrotic damage as you feel it almost sting into your face and the thing disappears. And all that's left is miasma in its place. Okay. That was its turn. Phlebotomist, it is your turn.
Okay.
You've been hanging out in the corner. You haven't taken damage yet. But hearing voices and seeing your friends take damage.
Mm-hmm.
I can make all this end. I can make it all cease now. You make a deal with me.
You say cease. What do you mean? Just this fight? The tree? Will you kill the tree?
Yes, all this dying, all this blood loss, life shed. I can make it so they don't die here. Go to the altar and climb in.
Roll insight.
Insight. I got a 2.
No.
Seems enticing.
Okay.
No, it's just a voice. You can't see a face. You've seen the magic that can come from this god.
I'm gonna try and stealth my way to the altar.
Okay. I'm not saying you have to do this.
Yeah,
just that
no.
you don't believe he's lying.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Roll stealth.
I'm just deciding my options here. Oh god.
Moves at half speed.
Oh.
That is gonna be a 10.
Okay. If the rest of you want to roll perception, you can. None of you heard the voice. But you don't want to roll perception to see your buddies? Okay.
I wouldn't right now.
Yeah, I'm not focused on that.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Are you going to use your action for anything?
yeah, I'll blood you my action. Let me just check the range on this.
You see Ixeldor standing on the other side of the downed dragon body.
Yeah, so... Is the Gulthias tree within 60 feet of me?
It's the tips of the branches. That's it.
I am going to cast Flaming Sphere right there.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Awesome. How big is it again?
It is a 5-foot diameter sphere,
Okay.
and so the Gulthias tree has to make a Dex saving throw. Wait, no. It doesn't actually.
Okay.
I'm gonna ram the sphere into it, and now it has to make a Dex saving throw.
Okay. Which it's more like the branches would be moving out of the way, and it fails.
Okay, so that's gonna take 2d6 fire damage. So let's see here. That's gonna be 3 fire damage.
Okay. Alright, so fire is licking all of the branches and bark, and you see it spreading down the long, spindly boughs as they writhe in pain. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, hitting it with moving the spear was my bonus action, so there's nothing I can do right now.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Anything you'd like to say with your turn?
Well, it seems like we can take care of this tree just fine on our own. So... You might have to offer me something a little better to climb into that scary rat death altar. I'm just saying this mentally.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Legendary action. Right as you think that, there's a face right in your face.
Yeah.
The rogue-like character grabs your shoulder so hard. And then let's go into spears. Isildur, it is your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
I want to move as close to the tree as possible.
10, 20, 30.
Can I reach a branch?
No, they're way up in the air.
Fortunate. Even with a 10-foot reach.
You could ready an attack, and when one tries to smack at you, you can hit it. Or even smack at Kieran, or Kelkakila.
Yeah.
Oh, you can reach the one holding Kelkakila.
Yeah, I want to do that.
There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah. I
Good
will try
thinking.
to sever the
The hole.
limb.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Yes, hits.
Let's see. I need a D10. There it is. Oh, wonderful. 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I'm gonna say you do break it. Keep going though. You see it breaking and
acid.
spinning and falling, and the 2 acid allows it to and then fall, and she falls and gets back up under her boulder. Good job.
Can I reach anything else for a second attack or no?
You can try to push magical damage into the bow, into its body. Try to slash at the part that's not pulling away.
Okay.
Yeah, do that.
I can do that, sure. Probably gonna fucking hit anyway. 23.
Yes.
13 slashing and 5 acid.
Okay.
Kind of in a weird situation. If I use my tunnel fighter ability and a branch tries to come out and attack me, would you consider that entering my range and I could attack back?
Yes.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So I'll use my tunnel fighter ability with my bonus action.
Okay. Did you do your spell app you open? You do.
I do.
Those attacks that you just did against it. Do I not know how to fucking spell? Oh, it's because you're in Kieran's spellbook. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, you can still go to all spells.
Yeah, I just did that. But
Oh,
it was only
okay.
searching yours. Okay. With the strikes at the damaged bough and the magic going through the blood of this tree, you feel the blood come out and strike you. Like the splatter hits your skin and your body. Make a dexterity saving throw to try to avoid as much of this damaging blood as possible.
23.
Okay, you're gonna take half damage. And sorry, I'm having trouble finding. I just suck at finding these dice. Okay. What? I got max.
Well,
Oh.
You know what I mean?
he's still saved. But that's gonna hurt.
30 points of fire damage, 15 reduced, as the flames lick all over your armor, singeing at your skin and at your fingertips and any little part that the flames can get at as the blood lit on fire. on your
Ixildar is
skin.
unconscious.
The fire smoke is, you breathe it in and it licks at your face, and you guys see Isildur kind of fall because of the blood splatter that hit him. Boop. Behind that rock.
Oh shit.
Okay. Good job, Isildur. Sorry. That was a reaction. It's Bubbles' turn.
Bubbles is going to start circling around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, keeping a healthy distance away from the fireball.
Okay.
Stunning strike, really.
Might as well use the key points for
I'm glad
flurry.
you
I
moved
think-
him
I think
there.
so.
Because he will always protect Kelkakila, so it makes sense
Right.
to go after her. Okay.
Flurry of blows.
And then do you want to do Calcakila at the same time?
Yeah.
Because you guys just shout your rolls at me and I'll take them.
Move Calcakila over and
Yeah,
heal you.
she's going to move over to Ixildor and cast level 2 Cure
She
Wounds.
crawls up over the rock and then gets down and she's touching him all over and picking him up with her many feet and her big claws.
15.
Hits.
Okay, gross.
8 points of healing.
Hey, get her up. Oof. 3 points of bludgeoning to the tree.
Okay.
21.
Hits. Anything else from Calcakila?
5 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
We'll spend a sorcery point to make that a quicken spell.
Okay.
So she uses that as her bonus action.
Can you bring her back? Because she's got spirit guardians, but she's out of range of the tree.
Well, you're still over, but you're up. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if there's...
I'm gonna put her back here behind Bubbles. It makes more sense.
That does make more sense. Third attack. 17.
Hits.
9 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Since Ixildor is down and is very hurting, would it make sense for her to cast Sanctuary on him?
Yes, it would.
Is that
Okay.
concentration?
It is not, but
Okay.
since the other one was quickened, she can use her action to cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
It's gonna be dispelled once he attacks.
Did you use this?
So keep that in mind.
Spend a sorcerer point to re-roll a healing die. I didn't. Ooh.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Empowered healing.
We're going to do both.
Fourth attack.
1. Oh, turns it into a 7. Much better.
24.
Okay.
14.
4 points of bludgeoning.
Anything else?
Did you cast
That's it.
Sanctuary
I did. Any
Okay.
attacks in the meantime because he doesn't have a
So
lot
go
of
by
initiative
his
Oh,
turn.
I
is
see.
going
How
to
much
be
did you heal with the empowered healing?
14 total.
Very good.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Whose turn is it?
So go by his tree.
It needs to make 2 wisdom saving throws.
Holy shit. 1. 16.
For Calcakila, that will succeed.
Did you do hers with wisdom as her spell bonus?
Yeah, 8,
It's the same.
8
Well,
plus 6 is 14.
14.
Okay. And then that one definitely fails.
Okay.
So go and roll damage for both, please.
I'll roll the half. You roll the full.
I'll roll the full. Alright. Oh, yes. 17 points of radiant damage.
You guys see?
It
14 reduced to 7.
and then it also takes 13 points of bee damage.
Okay. You guys see the bees flying all over and stinging in wounds. And the radiant damage is just, you see it cracking through different limbs, like lightning in the sky as the limbs are lighting up and breaking off. But it is still riding with very few limbs left, and the actual trunk of it is cracked and gushing blood out all over the ground.
At this point, I like to imagine that Calcakila and I are holding our hands and claws up to each other and creating this giant tornado of bubbles and bees that are spinning around and slashing into it.
And then the fire is there too, so it's making a giant fire spirit tornado. Okay.
A
Yes.
mega attack.
Kieran, it is your turn.
No, it is not. The Gothias tree must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, thank you. Completely fails.
There you
Are
go.
you okay?
How's it gonna dodge when it's rooted into the ground?
Oh, very good. That's 10 fire damage.
Oh!
So the flaming sphere, with the addition of the swirling, spiraling tornado, seems to just dissipate into the tornado, creating this flaming cyclone that starts to engulf the tree.
Okay. And then flames literally are licking from the base of this tree, all of its roots, all of its branches. There's not a part of it that's not getting hit by radiant and fire all at the same time. And the poor bees are trying not to get sucked into it, but have kind of recoiled a little bit. But you guys see the tree start lifting up. You see all the pieces breaking. You're getting splattered with blood, by the way. But it is breaking and spreading, and you guys are seeing it fly off the mountain in pieces. You're seeing branches go here and blood go here and bark fall at your feet, and just you're left with, even the trunk is getting bored out. You guys are mulching this thing and just leaving dug up not the word irrigation. What am I looking for?
Trenches.
Churned earth.
Tilled?
Tilled, thank you. It's when you make your ground soft. Okay. So you guys are left with the henge just having a nice, big, freshly ground up, bloody, soot-covered earth. However, we are not done yet.
Oh boy.
Are you done, Kieran?
I haven't even taken my turn.
Go ahead and take your turn.
That was the cheese turn. That thing's still there.
I'm just gonna put it right here.
Aye. Oh, I'm gonna start looking around because I saw that little fucker, and then I realize the altar's still there.
And she's standing behind Phlebotomus.
Oi! There's a bitch there.
Gone.
What?
Fucking
What?
there was a shadow standing behind you.
Take your turn.
I'm gonna run up to the altar.
Yes, I have a shadow. Don't you?
Shadows don't stand on their own.
Are you dashing?
I
Okay, you're at the altar.
I can't attack at this turn. Phlebotomus, get close to me.
Okay.
That's my turn.
It's her turn. She just keeps flittering in and out of reality all over the place. Oh. The tree, now cut down to what's very little left. The world bling, flashes again. Bling, and you see her fall. And you see a lot of the armor actually shed off. And she's starting to get to the point where only thing left is the cloak. And she stands back up, and she runs at Phlebotomus. Bat ears appearing from under her cloak, a bat face coming at you to bite at you. She grabs your throat. Please roll a Constitution save.
Oh gosh. Good thing I'm good at those.
Phlebotomus!
Oh, thank God.
Add a D4. You're still hashtag blessed.
17, 18, 19, 20, 26.
You're going to take half damage
Okay.
of 14 necrotic.
So 14
7.
total?
7
7,
necrotic
okay.
damage.
Gotcha.
As you feel the claw marks in your throat,
And your veins go cold.
and you see the black vein marks spread, and she disappears. All you guys see are the 5 marks on his throat. Okay. Oops. Phlebotomus, it is your turn.
Oh God, that is not good. Shit.
Get close to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to Kieran.
20 movement.
Be careful, there's a voice saying, trying to get me to jump into that. I think it was her voice.
Well, we're going to destroy it.
I'm fine with that.
Take a crack at it.
Alright.
Kill her.
I am gonna lay my hand on it and cast Shocking Grasp.
Oh.
It's made out of stone. What would that do? Well, just do it. Just
It's
do it.
magic. Whoa!
And a D4. Nice.
21.
Yeah, okay. How much damage?
D8 lightning.
That's a 6.
I was testing you.
You passed.
It's gonna be 3 lightning damage.
You see the lightning course through it, and it's weird because why would stone conduct lightning? It's like the lightning is traveling through the magic of this altar itself. And it doesn't just go around it, it goes inside of it and just starts bouncing around the inside. You guys see flashing of strobes coming out of the cracks that Ixodor has already put in it.
Creating Fulgurite.
No. Anything?
Well, I just want to note that the altar can no longer take reactions. B, Blood Jr. is going to fly over to the other side of Kieran. And he's going to just vomit all over the altar.
You're gonna make me throw up. The acid starts eating through the same cracks that Ixodor's already placed there. Just roll damage for me on that.
Just roll damage? I got a 20 to hit.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
hit the
a
stone.
moving
I
object.
hit the stone, okay. That is going to be 3 acid damage.
Okay. You see, eating through the stone, you can see on the inside of the altar are several items. Just lots of random items in there.
Magic items?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
Things from papers to books to rods to
Do you have a crowbar?
weapons.
Do I have a crowbar? Yes, I do have a crowbar.
It is not locked.
I didn't see a way to open it.
It's... Oh.
It's just encased.
Yeah, underneath the mask, the face, was the crack of the lid. You guys didn't really get a chance to get a good look at it. If you were to grab the face and lift it, it opens like a chest.
Alright. We still need to destroy it, but we can loot it first.
Do I still have anything left in my movement to pry it open with the crowbar?
No.
Okay, alright.
Interact with all object is an action.
Oh, it's an action.
Exobard, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to join the rest of them as fast as I can.
10, 20, 30. You want to dash?
You are within my aura if you want to take dodge or ready in action.
Or what?
My spirit guardians and my bees.
Oh, that, yeah. I'll ready an attack in case something comes within attacking range. Sure, why not?
Okay. It's Bubbles' turn.
I
Bubbles
think
has no idea what's going on.
Bubbles has no idea what's going on. He's going to follow Kalkakila.
What is she going to do?
Does she have any idea what's going on?
I think Kalkakila would try and join us.
No, she doesn't know what's going on.
But there's clearly
If you talk to her.
There's some level of urgency.
So she would follow, but she wouldn't know. She wouldn't dash, and she wouldn't know what to do when she got up here.
Yeah.
So just be kind of assessing the situation.
Yeah. Hey, don't. Oh, that's right. He's got way more movement because he's a monk.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
I'm just gonna say that the flaming sphere dissipated.
Okay. Kieran, it's your turn.
Well, I've still got Shillelagh, but I'll take an action to open the altar.
You see her flash up underneath your arm, this, and then disappear.
Uh-huh. And just throw the lid open.
Okay.
What do I see?
It looks like old elven items that were being hoarded by the Green Dragon.
I'm just gonna start picking them up and putting them outside of the
Okay, you start shoveling them out, and you can see her like trying to grab at them, but they're slipping through her arms as she's not corporeal. Anything else? Actually, there's not much in there, so you can get it all out in your turn.
What do I find?
We'll go over that later. You have time for that. You have 6 seconds. I already said weapons,
Alright,
rods,
alright.
papers, books, clothes. Okay.
If it's empty, I'm just going to attack.
No, that you already used your action to get it all out.
Alright. That's fine. That's fine.
It's her turn.
Is that what she is?
No. Hold on. She's sitting in the altar, in the chest.
She needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hold on.
Okay.
It doesn't affect her. She's gasping for air and then disappears. And then appears at your guys' feet. Each one of you, like gripping your feet, like begging, and disappears. And does it for each one of you. And then is back in the altar, and I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Kieran, you actually everyone adds 4. 16.
21.
19.
You all succeed, you're going to take half of this. So 10 points of necrotic, you're going to get 5. Is a rush, a wave of necrotic, like comes through all you guys like a heartbeat. And then you see something laying on its side in the fetal position in the altar, flickering. Phlebotomist, it is your turn.
Okay. this thing seems to be some evil creature. It's tugging at my heartstrings, but it's not gonna move me. I'm gonna... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna shocking grasp at altar again.
Okay. Roll damage for me.
Right. Just lay it on my
You
hands.
guys have met this thing several times, and you've made inferences on what you think it is. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I think it's the projection of the Mythal.
That's what I think it is too.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll your damage.
2 lightning damage,
Okay.
But it can't take reactions.
and it can't take reactions.
The lightning pumps through the chest, cracking and breaking all the walls of it. All the little rat figures are breaking pieces, crumbling.
A thought occurs to me, Ixildor. If this is the Mythal, and we're killing it, it might not be able to come back.
My thoughts exactly. So I think what we're doing is not correct.
No, right?
It was
You're
getting there.
forgetting something. Ixildor, it's your turn. There's one other pillar you guys haven't destroyed, besides the altar.
The one that causes suffering.
The room?
So do you want to destroy the altar on your turn?
I don't want to destroy the altar.
You're so close to having it destroyed. One swipe would take all the lightning cracks that were created and would just knock them over.
Make a religion check.
I want to make a religion check.
Okay.
$24.
This chest was brought here in honor of Zotzilaha. It is not part of anything original here. And you think with one last pillar there might be a thread holding the Mythal together when you're done. You don't know how long that thread will last, when it will snap, but destroying this altar will not be the death of the Mythal.
Okay, then we will destroy them. Destroy the chest.
I'm okay with you doing some more on your turn. Because that was just an inference on your own. It was a decision you made in your head. It wasn't like a check.
Okay.
So please go ahead and continue your turn.
So with it destroyed, what do we see of this apparition of the Mythal?
It's not destroyed yet.
I wish to destroy it.
Please describe how you walk up to the altar between your friends. And you see a withered,
Excuse
withered
me.
body at the bottom of the altar. And you see its walls around it crumbling. What do?
You poor tortured soul. I will do everything I can to restore you to your former glory. But first, we rid this place of the blight that has been placed upon it. And then I bash at whatever is left of it.
You take your halberd and you swing it backwards in a way that it slashes all the stones up at the wall of Zotzilaha, and each one hits like a bullet, like buckshot from a shotgun, and the whole thing shatters. And the body laying there disappears. And the miasma seems to fall to the ground, like a thick blanket of snow, leaving purple on all the surfaces and all the air still and calm.
I'll use Druidcraft to try and make a bud pop up out of a crack or a weed that I can see.
Really torn. It's not that your druidcraft is being blocked like it was before, but it's like there's just no good energy in the air right now to make it work.
I try to use mending on some of the flagstones at our feet that are cracked. Does it fix? Alright, we've had an impact here.
Stitches together just a little bit. But this area is so sucked dry of magic. It's like Zotzilaha was making everything undead. Now everything's just dead and dying.
This is a good thing. This place hasn't been allowed to die. Death hasn't been here for how many hundreds of years?
104.
140 years? It's time for things to be allowed to die. It feels dead and blank and empty, but this is good. It's a quiet, it's a peace, it's a rest. But we're not done.
So what are we going to do? Are we going to go down and put the rest of it to rest? Or is there some way we can...
I want
Right,
to
rest of it.
walk over to Kalkakila.
And she's just sitting there at the stairs. Just,
Would you join me for a moment?
yes.
And I'm gonna walk over into the henge.
And when you get there, you see sitting in the middle an elven woman with cloak hood pulled back. And she is so old, so withered. And you know that elves don't look like they've aged until they are on death's door. And she's sitting there in front of you, aging as you look. You see the wrinkles growing. And you see her dying. Her hair turning white and little wisps of it falling away as she sits in front of you, flitting in and out.
I'm gonna go down near her.
I think I'm going to join you.
Pew, pew, pew.
And I'm going to kneel down. I am so sorry for everything that you have been through. And I'm just going to wrap my arms around this woman.
There's nothing to hold, unfortunately.
The notion is there.
She needs another pillar. We have with us someone ready to become a pillar.
She reaches out and touches Ixalar and touches the acorn around his neck. And then she gestures to the stone border around this dirt pile she's sitting in. If you'd like,
Rip it off my neck.
I'll clear everything out with mold earth.
I'm going to bury it in the dirt.
right where she's sitting.
I'm going to cover it up.
I'm going
And I
to
will
use...
pour every last bit of magic energy.
Right. I'll use Druidcraft to make it sprout.
Unfortunately, it's not necessary.
Alright.
At the cost of my own exhaustion, if need be. But
You take the acorn, and both you and her lay your hands over it as you lay it in the center of this henge, and everyone backs up. Except for you. And you watch her disappear behind a sprout. And the sprout keeps growing, and it's pushing you out. This tree is growing so rapidly, you actually don't have a chance to see how fast it's growing because suddenly you are shoved out, and this tree is bigger than the Stonehenge, bigger than the hill.
Whoa!
It is... The roots are digging up out of the hill and pushing down into the valley and digging up all of the hallways, all of the roads, all of the buildings that were once buried. The branches pushing so far out that it pushes the fog and the miasma away, and real sunlight finally comes in to hit all of you. The tree is so big you can't see each other. You're missing each other through the ridges of bark that you're
I'm stuck in the
sitting
bark.
You've
stuck in the
never
bark.
seen yourselves so small, ever. You'd have to be the size of ants on the side of this tree. and it keeps growing. The leaves bigger than your body as they're starting to actually blot out the sun at this point. But you can see down around you as the city is uncovered. You see ruined stone buildings separated by roads. You see grass growing in at the edges. There's no longer a purple border. You can see your elven forest walker at the edge of the clearing, and you can see water rushing down the different rocks and rivers again. It's still a ruined city, but the tree clears everything out, and you see the roots spread and then start to pull back in rapidly under your feet as you feel like you're suddenly on some kind of roller coaster, and all of the roots are sucking back into the tree. The tree is shrinking, leaving you to land on the ground, and you just see a young oak sprout, maybe about a year old, in the middle of the henge. As you guys sit in the sunlight, sorry, I'm trying to clear all these things out while I'm talking. You guys are sitting in the sunlight at the top of this hill, looking over ruined Star Falls, bathed in blue sunlight and white clouds. And you guys all sit in silence, taking in what just happened.
I think we did it.
You think?
I do. So all the buildings were uncovered.
All of as many as it could. And not a whole city's worth, but an entire valley's worth. Many of them broken, but there. Approachable.
Don't feel the poison. I think it's all gone.
I don't see it, I don't taste it, I don't smell it.
Oh, that fresh air. It's wonderful.
I'll use Druidcraft to make something blood.
It absolutely does.
Oh, alright, everything's returned to normal, everything's right as rain. Well, Bubbles, Kalki.
Your staff is fully flowered.
Oh shit!
All of the flowers are there. Yes.
Pleasure doing business with you. Thanks for coming and assisting.
What has happened? I don't understand.
Well, all the nasty magic is gone. All the nasty beasties are gone. And everything's clean again.
I was just a baby when it looked like this. I mean, it was different. Well, I don't understand. What is happening? I don't understand.
I don't really get it either. You planted a fake acorn, but it grew into a real tree. You been hiding that from us the whole time? Yeah, the magic acorn?
I don't really know how to explain it myself. It's more of a... It's just a feeling.
A feeling?
It felt like the right thing to do.
Oh, alright.
I think it was the right thing to do.
It certainly had an effect.
I don't think the acorn itself is magic. I think
It's the Mythal. It must have been latching on for anything that wasn't horrible and corrupted, and you know.
So does that mean I could have jumped into the hole at the center of the henge, and I could have turned into a giant tree?
I think you would have been jutted outside of the circle.
That sounds fun.
This is written in ancient Elfish.
Huh?
There's something written.
The circle.
What? Oh!
What does it say?
Planted here is a tree in honor of Relent. This tree will serve as the pillar of this god in this area.
Oh!
This tree will give its soul as much as it can into feeding our love for Relent. So feed this tree with your love and your soul. If you cared very much about that acorn around your neck, you may have been feeding it with your soul for a long time.
I come from a place that is constantly having its own taken from it. Everything it tries to build up is eventually lost. This city, once in its prime, was no different. My faith, something that I have been a part of since I was a mere boy, has given me the strength to keep going, to persevere. Relent, in essence, has saved my own life. And in turn, I give it back to him.
Just as Deep Shaselas probably has saved mine over and over and over.
Constantly for 140 years.
She goes up to Phlebotomist, and she's much larger than you. Very big. You could fit in her mouth a little bit. She takes her big claws in front of you and like tries to hold your hands with her big claws. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how grateful I am.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes, yes.
And she turns away from you and goes to Kieran, and you're up a little higher. And thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm so grateful.
Of course.
And she turns to you, Ixlador. Thank you. But also, I'm so glad that you found this place.
You and I both.
Thank you, all of you. I'm going to stay here and try to rebuild the aquariums so that I can live more healthily.
I've got the feeling you're not going to be alone for much longer.
Why?
Would you like new companions?
Well, yes, of course.
There are people in the Comantia forest that have been living underground for many years that deserve a new home. I would like to bring them here.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Do any of them worship Deep Shaselas?
Most of them do. Mythdrano was a very religious city in its prime. And I know the people still hold on to their faith.
About all the other gods, what of their temples?
We found one that was a temple for the hunter and the storms. There's one place that was for them all.
Well, you had to plant the tree for Relent. Do you need to do something for each of them before you go?
Oh, that's your department.
If it is, I'm not really sure what.
I'm
I'm in tune with the many bowed.
Well, Relent is the god that connects all, with his roots and with his boughs.
I think we're out of acorns though.
I think you shouldn't go just yet. Explore and see what you can find and see what you can do.
I think restoring the pillars to the Mythal is going to help in many different ways.
Oh, if you find a secret room with a statue behind a curtain and an eagle rod, we took the eagle rod, didn't we?
We did take
We did
them.
take the
Well,
it may look like you.
yeah, there's some kind of cursed statue that looks like whoever enters the room first. So
Well, I'll just go back where you originally found me. That was where the aquariums used to be built, and I'm going to go try to rebuild them there.
alright.
I want to check on the weather machine room.
Okay.
I want to see
Yes.
how that's doing.
Before you guys go exploring, you might need a rest.
I am
Yeah.
verily
Also,
exhausted.
the altar grounds are covered in items,
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
which I do want you guys to go through at some point, but the most important thing that catches your eye is paper made out of oak leaves that seem to have been written by a quill that you found in the pocket of your suit of armor. Most of the paper is damaged by acid or lightning or poison from the dragon or muck, but these are what's left if you'd like to read them aloud. And if the cursive is too hard to read, I will read it for you.
This is the first entry of the 27th head priestess of Mythal of Satiate Seldarine. I wonder if I am the youngest. I'm sure I was the only one to enlist herself. Unfortunately, there isn't anyone else to do it. I'm the only priestess left alive. Circa several days after the
Spellplay.
The air itself was eaten, everything burned, and the people were lost. The ground broke apart and pieces are missing. What remained was crumbled and destroyed. The Mythal somehow survived, but only just that. It serves no purpose in this form. It only exists. But I want to keep it alive. The oak tree pillar died. To keep Riliphane's support on the Mythal, I had to think fast. While it isn't an oak, the tree belonging to the Dryad, Amalada is working well while I try to strengthen the rest of the pillars. She's been able to find and unite the survivors. We are finding that most of those who are still around are mundane. The few of us left with magic are scarred all over with blue markings. I can't provide for them all myself. I'm hoping the Mythal and other pillars can help. We're currently awaiting word or aid from HRIVE TOINA.
Back. Back side of the paper.
Backside.
Second entry of the head priestess of Rilliphane. The flames came for everyone. Everywhere. HRIVE TOINA confirmed the existence of the spell plague affecting the last of us. My magic is less potent and explains the Mythal struggles. I can't find the new pillar for Deep Shaselas, and the coral pillar perished. We are still digging out new rooms all the time. I don't think I'll have what Coraline needs. But if I can find the sanctuaries of Sehanine or the crypts of Neralis, maybe I can find out where their pillars were. But Solanor will have to wait until I can safely leave. We are worried the green dragons of the winter wood survived and may close in while we are weak. We are trying to stay inside to remain hidden. I'm hoping we have no need to satisfy Vandria, but would be lucky to appease Hanali. This is so difficult for so few of us. This Mythal was built to be supported by a vast population, not a measly crew. I'm already losing hope. The pressure is too great for me. They have turned to me, and I have donned the armor. I wear the weight of the elves of the Seldarine.
Do I have that one more?
No, you did. I just wanted to make sure. The 112th entry. The spell plague has ended. I should be joyous. Our 10 years of struggle to scrounge and cultivate is over. It is over. Because the floating islands all collapsed and filled in the holes they left behind, and destroyed most of the city we had excavated and recovered. With magic returned to strength, HRIVE TOINA will be thriving, unaffected by the floating isles. I've issued a migration for the last peoples of Star Falls to leave and move north, with the exceptions of my... What is this? Dark Elven friends, who will go west to the Drow... What is that?
I had to write really tiny. See,
You
it's
read it.
really tiny. With the exceptions of my dark elven friends who will go west to the Drow ruins in Thornwood. Thornwood is where Cowabunga is. There you
There's Drow ruins in Cowabunga?
go. Near Cowabunga.
In
Did
Cowabunga?
I know about this?
You know about the handsome drow man that one of your elders really thought was handsome.
Aha.
He had some tight buns.
Sorry, go ahead and finish.
Myself and Amolada and Mameli will remain to tend to the Mythal.
Mameli was
The Neri.
Naird's name.
To tend to the Mythal in what once was our home. I will be the last to protect the legacy left to me, which means many of the pillars will wither. We will be left with the bare minimum and Rillifain and Deep Chasselas. At least the last green dragon was defeated. I don't want to take him or another on again. The 213th rather. We can't find Mameli. I think she perished. Something is here. Something ethereal. I don't think I have a chance. The dreams I'm having. This isn't a creature, it is beyond me. I've told Amolada to leave. Maybe she can find a safer place to hide. She has no reason to stay. The portal to the Feywild she frequented faded some time ago. I will be alone. I will go down with this city. 214th. Yes, you can win. Maybe once, maybe twice. But he doesn't cease. He comes for you. He comes for what you love. He finds a way to hurt you. It is better to walk away than to seek his revenge on you. He is coming back for me.
He. Is there some sort of entity of revenge?
Maybe it's describing Zotzilaha.
That's what it sounds like. And I suppose we know who wrote those.
Agatha.
Right.
Kieran seems really interested and keeps rereading some of the parts that you mentioned.
Is there an issue?
No?
Insight.
Insight. Kieran's being quiet for once.
I got a 4.
Well, I don't talk and read very well at the same time. Is there an issue? No, there's no issue. Just reading.
It checks out.
You find something particularly interesting?
Yeah, the bit about Amolada.
Who is Amolada?
Well, I asked you before if you wanted to know about my love life, but you both said no, you're weird and gross.
I don't think either of us said that.
No, we said that. I quite recall.
I think you may have said that.
Yes.
And then you nodded and said, mm-hmm, and then walked away. So
Yes.
fuck both of you.
Well,
Oh, come on, spill it
Kieran,
then.
this
What's
is
going
my
on?
this is my apology.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Well, I accept your apology. No, Amolada is my lover from about 40, 50, 60 some odd years ago.
Like 20.
I think it keeps
Time
changing.
is weird here, alright? It's constant. I'm not used to
Who are you talking to?
myself, clearly.
Yes, I see.
Well, your puzzled faces about my timeline keeping changing. No, she was my lover back before I came here to the prime material plane. She just vanished. She's a dryad.
Oh.
She's didn't know she was wrapped up in this business. So
No, that's.
I mean, I wondered why she stopped meeting me in the glade, but I guess she had other business to attend to.
Would that have been around spell plague times?
Well, it would.
This was about 20, 30 years ago. I've known her for about 30 years. So, 50 years ago I met her. 20 years ago she disappeared. So this was well after the spell plague.
I see.
You know, or time is relative.
Or time is weird. Aye. Between the planes, especially the Feywild, time is just strange. So, she went through a time of trouble and I gave her a period of respite. Be nice to see her again. Maybe we can track her down.
That would be something.
Say,
Could it be
hey.
that
It's a
she
good idea.
stopped visiting you because the portal to the Feywild in this area no longer existed?
Or moved, as those portals are inconsistent.
It would make sense, though, if it was tied.
And
You
going
know, to
to
the
and
city.
from the Feywild there is no guarantee when you will be coming back.
Well, that's true too.
So that would explain the time lapse.
Generally, it's not. Most of the time, it's not over a period of hundreds of years. Most of the time.
Well,
But yes, that's entirely possible.
well, I'm sure she's out there somewhere if she's a dryad.
Oh, aye.
Wanna...
She's searching for something. Other potential pillars to the Mythal, I suppose.
Well, if we want to add finding her to our Lost and Finders, Keepers, Finder list, I would certainly be down for that.
Trademark.
Yes.
I still need to know where those damn cakes came from.
Which ones?
Those ones in
The ones that inspired me to be who I am today.
Where did you eat them?
in the woods, right?
Well, initially I ate them in the Feywild, but they were so good I was in a state of absolute euphoria for 3 weeks.
Where did you get them?
Someone in a large dress shaped like a large wedding style cake.
Like the
It
dress.
was like, woo, woo.
It was an incredibly fanciful dress.
Did they have a business name or a name to give you?
Oh, I don't know. They just showed up and had cakes and we fucking ate them.
Okay.
Imagine the feeling of really good steak. A really good steak after eating dried meats and nuts for weeks, right? That feeling, that fleeting moment. Lasting 3 fucking weeks! Oh, those are damn good cakes. I need to know how they're made. I need to know.
Well, I think we found one more thing we need to find.
Yes.
I mean, I mentioned it before.
I'm all out of nut cakes.
Well, one door closes, two other doors open. Isn't that what they
A
say?
window becomes cracked to let the butt stink out.
I don't think that's what they say.
It's all relative.
I don't think that's what they say.
We're all related.
Okay. Moving on.
Anyway,
I am your grandpa.
is there anything else that we've pulled out of this weird chest
I
that...
think these were possessions of Agatha, but not just her, other elves. It seemed like the Green Dragon was hoarding items of importance, like sentimental importance. Things that Agatha owned, things that other elves owned.
Coin?
No, but I will get you guys a hoard list that you can... Like, I'll give you things you can actually take from this. But there's a lot of stuff you can't. It's a lot of like stuff that the magic has been drained out of it by the altar.
It would probably still serve sentimental value to Quella, though. We should bring it back to her.
I wonder how she's doing. I'm not sure we got anything about her so much as about Agatha.
I think both are somewhat connected.
But I suppose, but there's still... the pictures aren't quite clear.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. This was written directly after the spell plague. She stayed here and
Yes.
died.
Yes.
But she also raised Quella. What the fuck is going on here?
Difficult to me.
No.
Is Agatha
No.
a fucking ghost?
Hold on.
No, she's
Agatha.
a white.
Hold
Her
Well,
on.
body was.
The
No.
body was away. What?
Agatha stayed here. Someone who had contact with Agatha left.
Mameli left. Amalida left.
Amalida left.
Mameli disappeared. You know
Well,
where she went now.
Disappeared.
Right. And dryads look kind of like elves.
Well, extremely so until you piss them off and then they get bark skin.
So,
That was some fun.
what I'm thinking, what if the
Ouch.
Agatha that Quella knew is actually your girlfriend girl?
she would probably have. And this is the other thing is that dryads don't really like to go very far from the tree that they're bonded with.
Okay.
Do you know where the tree where she's bonded with
I
is?
never saw it, but it's been known that
Well, the
for
tree,
druid circles to awaken those trees so that they can get up and walk around.
right, and you know the tree was planted in this after the oak tree died. Amala's tree was moved to this henge to take its place, and then moved again.
So presumably her tree could move, was awakened.
Okay.
I want Phlebotomus to get something a little bit more out of this too. Do you want to go back to the weather room?
Yeah.
I'm interested in the weather room.
On your way there. Also, you don't have to go through the inside anymore. You can go through the outside and take It's actually not in its place anymore. It's not under the temple anymore. You guys are gonna kind of have to walk to find it. But you're gonna go to like a whole nother district where there's a very broken temple, and in all those ruins, there's the building that you recognize as the shape of the workshop.
You know, I have to say, it's very nice to be able to just walk around like this in the air and go to these rooms we've been to, and there's no federal fucking issue here about it at all. We can just walk in.
The fresh air and the sunlight is a welcome change.
We've spent way too much time underground, and I know something
Here.
about spending time underground.
Aye?
Cast mold earth.
Woof. I make a penis out of dirt.
Okay.
Hell yeah! That's great, and nothing's falling down on us.
The sky's falling.
That's a boulder. That's a boulder. Why is it coming down the hill?
Okay.
While you guys are there, can you roll religion for me? All of you? Actually, I'd accept Arcana from Phlebotomus specifically.
Okay.
I'm not great. 11.
30, 20.
Oh, 23.
Okay. About the Mythal, you guys saw pillars that were people. You saw pillars that were trees. Pillars that was a dragon. Pillars that were an undead coral. The altar, you believe, was one of the pillars, right? That means an inanimate object can be a pillar.
What was
But
up with
you-
that room?
Also, the hourglasses.
Pillars.
Instead of having one big pillar, you could have lots of mini pillars of people donating time. Maybe even rituals. So keep that in mind going forward. Not every pillar has to be a living being. And specifically, while Ixodor was reading, Kieran and Phlebotomus, you were looking at the items that were strewn about, and their magic was drained. So it's possible that altar was draining the magic and feeding the Mythal. So there's probably several things around here that you could think of using to feed the Mythal. It doesn't have to be a person, it can be an artifact, a relic, a ritual.
So we just chuck it in that room and that'll feed the Mythal then.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Well, that's what it's for. It's drain everything room, goes to the Mythal.
But you think about that as you head to the weather room. Any thoughts coming out about... Anyway, just go to the weather room and tell me what you want to do there.
Well, I imagine the weather room might perhaps be a Mythal for the god of storms.
It's me a pillar to the Mythal for the god of storms.
You could ask Ixodor about who the
A
god of
Mythal
storms
to the
is.
pillar of the god of storms, yes.
Aha, well let me tell you. Insert explanation here.
Do you remember who Minerva worshipped? Erdrifania? Okay.
Yeah.
Erdrifania is the goddess of the sky, of winged elves, of birds. If you don't have the god of music in your version of the god of the world, then she can technically be the god of music as well, because music requires air and sound and blah 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 blah. But yeah, storms and rain. And actually, it's really interesting because most people see rain as a horrible thing, but she loves rain. Rain feeds people's crops and makes people healthy and keeps the rivers flowing, and so she loves clouds and rain too. That's another one of her symbols.
Oh.
So yeah.
You know, if we get some rain going with this machine, get some nice water for the plants.
I want to point out though that you've seen this. You haven't seen it in action, but you've seen this machinery. this doesn't just summon rain. This summons the strongest, like, hurricane-level storm you could think of. But it requires a lot of pieces.
Okay.
So you're welcome to delve into that in your time here.
Yeah. I think it would be worth going through it. Possibly seeing about powering it down so it doesn't make a horrible hurricane.
Interesting idea. Now, Kieran, what you've thought of. You're really obsessed with that room that drains everything. It's interesting because it's the opposite of the storm machines. The storm machines give water and energy and weather. That black room takes all of that away.
What would happen if I pooped in it?
It would be very dry.
So you want to go try it? I have an answer. I knew you'd ask me.
Of course you do.
The thing is,
I'll run in.
it's not above ground. You guys are going to have to find it. Stop it. You haven't found it yet.
That's so gross.
Stop. You're not even in it yet!
Major constipation.
Okay, so you get... Some of the doors are still intact. Oh god, the fire beetles. I wonder where they are. We'll have to talk about that later. I just remembered.
Where's Spider Bro?
I don't know. You'll have to find out.
No.
Okay.
Let's open the door and check out the spider.
So you guys go down some... Oh, that door's gone. That's somewhere else now. We're going to have to do a lot of searching. So you guys are able to find... You're able to find a doorway. The same doorway that comes out of the storm room. And this time, it seems to go down a bunch of stairs. And it has a bunch of doorways that should have been rooms, but are still filled in and haven't been dug out. And that dark room is way at the bottom, underneath the weather temple. You find it. And you go to it, and you guys watch him fucking hobble down, fucking prairie dogging all the way down. And he gets in, and it's perfectly dark. You can't see him.
Mm-hmm. You can hear
What
him.
do they do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunk
You can't get
sailor? What
You
do-
can't get anything out.
Ah, it's stuck!
Literally nothing left in your body. There's no poop. There's no urine.
Oh.
There's no saliva in your mouth.
Oh, my chest
You
is-
can't poop. That's the driest your anus has ever felt in your life.
Oh, it's
God.
like walking with sandpaper.
Yes.
I'm coming out. I'm gonna drink some water.
Okay, before we close up
And
this,
then it comes out.
No, it doesn't come back. It's not restored. Go ahead.
before we close up this room, Blood Junior, go on in there for a little bit.
He's only got 1 HP left.
See what? No, I want to see if it'll clear up his sinuses.
Every ounce of fluid that's in him that makes him run is drained. Because he's not organic. So he literally becomes rock hard,
Seizes up and falls
like
over.
rigor mortis, and falls over like a toy on the ground. You guys are going to have to go feel around and find him.
I don't hear him anymore for about this.
Why did you do that?
I'll get him.
That's your son!
I'll pick.
wanted to clear his sinuses.
I'm calling.
I'll pick him
I'm
up.
calling
I'll pick him up.
CPS.
No.
I'll find him.
You
I'll
find
pick
him.
him up. Oh, there he is. Okay.
It's like a little
God.
rock.
He needs juices. Sneeze on him.
No, I've got the flask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll just dump water
So
on him.
water helps, but his all of the hydraulics in his system and all the organs are gonna have to be
you got oil?
rehydrated.
Buddy,
I
you're
take
gonna...
out my alchemist's job.
He's not even like aware because he's
No.
just not even functioning. It's like you took a
I think
doll.
you already used oil for
This
today.
wasn't great.
I'm not using oil.
He's-
Mayonnaise?
Snot.
Ew, that doesn't work. That's a bio. It's not gonna.
Look,
Egg whites.
Okay, it fills with eggs.
don't dump the egg.
That's basically what he's made of, isn't it?
No!
Right into his mouth, so it just pools.
Oh.
Get in there.
God.
Get in
Oh,
there.
No,
I'm
stop.
just gonna snatch him away.
Well, it's good for him.
Stop.
He needs the mucus.
I'm gonna hold him upside down by his feet and shake
Oh,
him up.
what the fuck is happening right now?
Okay, I'm taking off my hat. I'm plopping on my hat. I'm putting it back on.
Like hat trick hat or like
That
Yeah.
magic hat.
okay.
No.
So the doppelganger
No.
is there and just clicking.
He just sees
Just just endlessly staring at him.
It lands right in front of his face.
And he's just like, this cannot get anywhere to sit, it's fine. I don't care anymore.
You got his accent now. That's cool. Okay.
Okay, look. Blood Junior is gonna need some major R&R. I'm gonna maybe take this opportunity to make him a little sturdier too, cause you saw that thing just fucked him up one hit.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That'll be on the list. In the meantime, this dark room. What the hell?
Got me.
Is it? There was something about dark elves. Is this Lolth?
No, Loth is part of the Dark Seldarine, not the actual
It's
Seldarine.
back underneath the god of the weather. So
So they had plumbing and they shoveled all their poop into
Oh,
that room
no.
and it broke it down
No.
into its basic elements
It's
of
a
water
compost
and
bin.
earth,
So this is.
and then fed the raw elements into the weather machine.
So I'm going to ignore everything you just said right now. Ixildor, is there a Seldarine god of space? Of the void, of
Darkness.
stars, space travel,
I
rocket ships.
don't believe... Coralon,
Spaceships.
maybe?
Willifane put this building underneath the building for Erdrifania. This is all within the temple of Erdrifania.
This belongs to the weather god.
That's a little funky. Oh, is it a drought god? A desert god?
No, it belongs to Erdrifania.
Oh, so it's not.
They're connected.
Drought is a type of weather.
So I'm going to use mold earth. I'm going to make a little platform in front of the door. And it's going to be just a platform with a ramp that goes right into the room, right? And take the flask, the ever-smoking gobslopper, take the cork off, and then just set it on so that it just trickles water into the room.
Why not just do it as geyser? I mean,
I
may
like
as
it.
well.
I
Well,
like
it can't be geyser constantly.
Oh, I see.
Does it move the water upstairs?
That's my guess.
I'm gonna run upstairs to the water.
I'm going to run too.
I'm gonna beat you.
Oh, shit.
Okay, dex check.
I'm walking.
I'm guidancing myself.
Oh, 22.
Buddy. I don't think you win.
You're like just something, and I just pass you.
You guys actually move at the same speed because you both have a speed of 30.
Yeah.
These little
I
Ursa's
have
feet
the
move
boots.
faster.
Yeah, and as soon as I said race, you just took off without even waiting.
Isn't that how it's done?
How did it go?
Yeah.
It's not, nothing's happening up in the machine room. They are completely separate.
I'm telling you.
I think we need to turn it on. I think that's where it gets the water.
God of space, I'm telling you. Elves have
What?
space travel.
Space.
What would we find?
Are you talking about like the night sky? I guess it's
In-
parts of the sky.
interplanar travel is already a thing for Bottomus.
No. Space travel.
What is space?
I'll tell you about it when you're older.
Which space?
I'm technically younger than you. You're right.
Wow.
Well,
Once we make the silo into a spelljammer, you'll understand.
What?
Let's keep going. Let's go back to the...
but I don't want it to jam my spells. I need those.
It's alright. It's
I'm
fine.
you know what? I'm just going to accept that what is happening probably isn't going to be happening.
It won't concern us. It's fine.
What's all?
OBS froze.
Oh no.
Oh.
I don't know if it's still working or not. Your whole mouse froze. Everything froze.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Rip.
Okay.
Oh,
Hello.
hey, we're back.
Huh.
Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings. Fuck you.
Is it still recording?
It's looks like it is.
Yep.
Maybe stop it and then start back up again.
Well, it's the end of the episode anyway.
Yeah.
Well, all right then.
Let's go find places to.
There are
Take a
lots
breather.
of empty houses. They're super rubbled. But there's lots of stone little rooms, little squares all over the place. None of them are wood anymore, but
So I'm
That's the best bathroom ever. It just sucks it right out of you. You don't even need to do it.
Well, they're talking about shitting everywhere.
No, there is no we talking about shitting everywhere.
I'm gonna roll investigation to try and find the most resplendent, opulent, home that is here.
Fucking hole in the ground.
Like the fucking
One
king's
worthy of the
palatial.
Lord of Snails.
One worthy of the Lord of Snails.
That one in the picture right there.
That's a good one.
Ah, my palatial estate in Starfalls, my summer home.
Summer, winter, fall, you can really come whenever you want.
It's a very, very relaxing atmosphere around here.
You'll always have a home here, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
We earned it.
Yes.
We bled for it.
It's like
Literally.
in video games where you have a house in every town. You know what I mean?
This is our new house.
No.
You guys don't have a house
Not you, Ixeldor.
in Cowabunga, but we have a house in Oakhurst, and that's what counts. We should get a house in Cowabunga. Put that on the list.
Don't you
Well,
have a house in
I thought
Cowabunga?
I
I thought
have a
we were
house.
going to make the silo into a mobile house.
We'll have a house everywhere.
We'll have a house everywhere. However,
Like a
we
turtle.
also need a second house everywhere.
Why?
Well, there are things
Rent.
that you don't want
Rent?
to...
Rent.
We're becoming landlords now.
Yeah, that's a living.
We're adventurers.
I
That's
s-
already a living.
Well, I assume that we want, backup plans and safe houses and whatnot.
Let's
Fallback.
cross that
Once-
bridge when we get to it,
No,
eh?
this is the kind of bridge you want to cross before we get to it.
Well, I
I'm
think we need to
going-
build the bridge before
I'm
we
gonna go
have the option
exploring
to
more.
need to cross.
Listen, here's the thing. If
I'm sure these two will be fine by themselves.
We just continue to prattle on about nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe we finished the dungeon. It's nuts. Okay.
It's a long dungeon.
I know, but
It's worth it.
okay. I know you guys aren't really Yeah. Okay.
Before we end the episode,
Yeah.
did we level up?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
Yes, you did. So
Good
you're level
shit.
7 now. Okay. Thank you for joining us at Downstairs and Dragons. We got another dungeon done. I'm really excited. And now we're in the in-between dungeons part, which is always super fun too. So,
Another Golsias 3.
that's the last one besides the main one.
Oh shit.
We'll have to come back to that one much later.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Thank you for joining us in Downstairs and Dragons. I hope you're having fun playing D&D wherever you are, or thinking about D&D, or watching D&D, or whatever it is you do. We will see you next time downstairs.